Ivruko paradis setele baradeyada. Thank you, Lord Jesus. I welcome every one of you to the part 3 of the understanding and insights I've been bringing to us from the scriptures. Okay? By God's Spirit. Thank you, Lord. Okay, so good morning. Good morning. Okay, so I want to continue from where I stopped in part 2. All right, and if you are seeing this video first, it means you have 2 videos or previous videos to watch before this. All right, so just know the video part you had. This is part 3. All right, now from part 2 I spoke about the creation of this current earth that we inhabit, its characteristics and attributes, and what makes it so unique and different from the previous earth that became without form and void. All right, okay, so we will be continuing from we're going to continue from verse 7, Genesis chapter 1 verse 7. We already treated from verse 1 to 6 extensively, so we are in verse 7. All right, now, and God made, okay, no, there was a mix up there, sorry from the error. Verse 6, we are going to be starting from verse 6. We treated verse 1 to 5, verses 1 to 5 extensively. All right, okay, so we're taking from verse 6 now. All right, and God said, let there be a firmament in the midst of the waters, and let it divide the waters from the waters. It was a continuation of creation of this current earth we currently inhabit, right? Now, the characteristics or attributes or things that are going to be formed or be useful in that earth is going to be firmament. And the purpose of this firmament, or the creation of this firmament, and why it is needed that the firmament appears, is because the previous earth was water, and the creatures or inhabitants there, they can survive there. But this current creation, the current creation, the creatures that is going to inhabit it will not be able to survive inside water. So the water had to be separated because a new earth has to be formed or made. So, and all of the attributes and components and things that need to be present in it had to be created, of which firmament is a major part. Now, firmament is not a hard substance. Firmament is not a solid stuffs that can be seen or handled. All right, it was created, it was formed. All right, now it was made to separate the waters from the waters. Then as we read further, you will understand the meaning of the waters and the waters. All right, now the whole previous earth was filled with water, but there is already light now, and the light has been separated from darkness, and so the water had to be parted now, so that there can be a dry land for the current inhabitants to be able to have where to inhabit. All right? So the water has to be separated, and they have to be given space to exist. All right? Now, in creation of the space that is going to be for them to exist, it comprises of different components, gases, we can call it natural gases, and gases that make a formation, all right, of that firmament or atmosphere, all right, the empty space, okay, has to be created. So now the space you are currently occupying, all right, above the surface of the ground is firmament up till the end of the waters that is above. All right, so you have to understand that the gases or the atmosphere or the components of gases and air, all right, that is comprises of this firmament that you can see. I am trying to be so simple enough so that even a small child can understand what I'm explaining. All right, so that is why I am taking it gradually and talking with gaps. All right, so the firmament you can see, if you do your hand like this, it's so light, all right, okay, but then if you keep going up, the same level of density you find here is not what you will find as you go up. All right, so now when you keep going up and keep going up and keep going up, the coagulation of the gas components, all right, that makes up the whole firmament from the above the ground, all right, from above the ground up, you will find it becoming more tense as you gravitate up. All right, okay, so now if you end up getting to the end of the firmament before the waters above, you might not be able to break through into the waters above. Why? Because the firmament was made in such a way from the scratch up, from the scratch down, all right, up. And the density becomes more harder as you go up onto the last. So up to the last, the density is so high and hard. The gases components are so hard that you cannot burst through. If you are trying to burst through, it will be bouncing you back because they are composition of gases. All right, composition of gases, and I told you it's less dense here, and we can operate here. All right, but you keep going up, then there are certain levels that you can go beyond. All right, you will even be short of the necessary gases you need to survive. All right, talk of oxygen, talk of nitrogen, and some other elements and composition and components of those gases that we need in our body. All right, you cannot survive up more than the level you can survive. So there are stratas. Okay, the atmosphere, or we call it the firmament, is made in stratas. Stratas from here up, stratas. There is a level the human being can stay. There is a level the human being can get. There is a level plane can fly. There is a level spaceship, and all of those things can go. All right. So I believe I've been able to bring understanding to firmament, but we continue in part 4.